Guys, just a quick one. We're going to Gill Kicker tonight, apparently. Reese and Matt and Dan and a few others are going, so me and Sue are going over there off the beach just to use up the rag room we didn't get to use.
Is Reese going?
Yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, because I had a shower in...
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Really?
we're going fishing tonight with Reese and some of the other guys. I'd like to thank anyone that watches this. Reese is, as you all know, if you've watched any of my recent videos or anything, that my engine blew up on my boat. Hi Matt, hi Ben. So we didn't get to use any bait at all. So here's one for you. I had a pound of bait, fresh from the day before. So I thought, how can I make this last? So basically what I've done is I've wrapped it in newspaper like you'd wrap black lug, singularly. And every day I've changed the paper. Well, it's been 5 days now, and they're still alive, and they've not turned to goo. Hi, Inshall Guernsey. No worries, thank you. Thanks for popping on. So yeah, tonight, hi Martin UK. So tonight we're leaving about 4 o'clock, and so I'll probably be over there, I don't know, by the time we got to McDonald's about 5:30, so we're just going to fish to use up the rag room, basically. Talking of my engine, I've obviously had to strip it down. It's not worth anything now, but that was the state. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? That's the state of it. The crank, the con rods, absolutely annihilated. So there was no coming back from that, unfortunately. But like I say, I just say thank you very much for the people that have said, look, we'll have a fish off and try and help me out financially a bit. What I did was, I mean, I can't work anymore, so it's a long story, but, you know, disabled or whatever. But I put every penny I had in the world. She's popped in, said hello, Sue has. But basically, I've done everything to the engine that I could possibly do. Reconditioned the gearbox, new oils, new gaskets everywhere. What I didn't take into consideration that the crank was going to let go. What I did do, it's the first time I've ever run the engine on E10 fuel. Now, I spoke to Wayne, a fella I know that just deals in even rooms, where I got the brand new starter motor from, which I fitted on the engine, 180 quid. And basically, the E10, when you mix it with 2-stroke oil, it does something to the 2-stroke oil. I don't know. Hi UK Fish, hi Big Dan. And it basically, from what he was saying, it reduces the viscosity in the oil, in 2-stroke oil. If you try and mix the petrol additive to the E10 and mix 2-stroke oil with E10, it gloops. So basically, the long and the short of it is, if you're running a 2-stroke engine, don't run it on E10, because that's the first time I've ever run the engine. I've had the engine for a year, first time I've ever run the engine, and it completely annihilated the bearings, to the point that the needle bearings were almost welded to the crank. So just an heads up, if you've got a 2-stroke, don't put E10 fuel in with it, because the ethanol attacks the two-stroke oil, and you end up with minimal lubrication around your engine. So I've learnt that the hard way. And not only did it blow the engine up, but where it vibrated so hard just before it blew up, it cracked the edge of my transom as well. So I had to get my friend Martin, Ginger Martin Parr, to come round, double up on the transom with 18mm marine ply and re-glass the transom in for me. So not only did it destroy the engine, it tried to destroy the back of my boat as well. So I'm having great fun. I'd like to also thank Will. He came round last night, bless his heart, and he gave me a new fishing rod to sell. I'm not very good on fishing rods, makes and that, because I've never bought expensive rods or anything before, but it's one of the yellow ones. The ones that Will uses, the yellow fishing rods. So he kindly brought that round to me, delivered it to my house last night, and said to sell it and put the money towards an outboard. So, you know what I mean, that was amazing, and I really do appreciate it. And my petrol streamer started making a racket, then died. Yeah, nobody said anything to me. I couldn't get E5 fuel anywhere. I had to get E10. My car hates it, but because I've only got an old car, but I put the additive in the petrol to try and make the engine not hate it as much as it did. But apparently when you try and put two-stroke oil in with this E10 fuel, as I say, it just loses most of the viscosity in the two-stroke oil. Right, NI and it wrecks your engine. So, I mean, that engine was an old engine, 1980 engine, but I'd replaced nearly everything on it in trying to make it so that you do the job once, you do it right. I've redone the gearbox, everything, and £1,000 might as well thrown in the drink. But I appreciate that, Ben. I really do, buddy. I ain't got the dough, you know what I mean? It's to be honest, it's the price of fuel now is ridiculous. Even, I mean, I had a quarter of a tank of fuel in my car, and it used to cost me about 19, 20 quid to fill up the quarter to full. I went and filled it up the other day, and it cost me 27 quid to fill the same amount up. And my old banger, she eats a bit of fuel. It's an old Hyundai Santa Fe, and purely it's for towing the boat, but it do like a drink. And of course, me and Reach went out. We went from Northerney all the way out past the entrance to Hayland, Chichester Harbour. And when we actually broke down, we'd only just come back to... We went out there, it was too rough. Reese wasn't too keen on it, it was a bit choppy. So we turned around and come back. Got to Sandy Point in 62 foot of water, and it blew up. So that was a long row, 2.5 miles. But we got back, we're safe. Nobody got injured, so it could have been a lot worse. And the tide was with us, thank God. Otherwise, we'd have ended up on the beach in France trying to get a lift from the boat people. And we were the wrong colour for that, so that wouldn't have happened, would it? But, what to say, we're out tonight. We're leaving here at 4. Want to get a McDonald's on the way in Gosport. I don't know Gosport at all, but apparently it's on the main road, so we're going to get McDonald's, and then I think 6 or 7 o'clock Reese and all the other guys are going over there. Will be live streamed across every platform. Oh, bless you. Yeah, so I'll be live tonight. I probably won't catch anything. I mean, I can't cast worth toffee, I'll be honest. I mean, like, I physically can't sort of get the width. That's why I prefer the boat. And I had to have the engine electric start because I couldn't pull the bloody handle. Hi, Holy Freaking. Thank you, Holy. God bless you. Yeah, so they're reaching that, will all be fishing umpteen miles out with their multipliers and all that old malarkey, and me and Sue will be fishing about 3 foot off the beach. Like I say, I used to be able to cast, but I can't cast now. Sue casts. When she casts, her weight comes down with snow on it because she seems to be able to throw it 18 million miles in the air and then it comes down 3 foot in front of her, bless her heart. We're then going to gill kicker, Ben. I just want to, I mean, I've got a pound of ragworm that I've managed to keep alive, like I say, by wrapping it singularly like you would black lug. I'm amazed it stayed alive for 5 days, but it's still that orangey colour. And so it was, we just want to go and use the ragworm up and sort of put everything else to bed. You know, it's... See you later on, Holy. Yeah, so that's the plan. The back of the boat, as I said, is now... Hi, Donegal. The back of the boat is now been redone because the engine jumped around so much it slammed at the bits. So I've got to have a new 18mm transom put in it. So it's been all good fun. I think on that night, apart from the tide was in our favour, that was about the only other thing that could have gone wrong that didn't go wrong. But hey ho, and that is a pig to row. Jesus. That was a row and a half. But hopefully we'll catch some fish tonight without having too many disasters. I don't know what's there, guys. I've never fished there. So we're fishing apparently to the left hand side of the RNLI slipway. So if there's any rocks or snags out there, I'll probably find them. But it'll get us out. Got Sue a second-hand snowsuit off of eBay, which I was well pleased with because it's like brand new. So that was a bargain for her, bless her. So it should be a laugh, or it might be really boring. I've got new Gemini tip tape on the rods, luminous tip tape, and so hopefully that'll show the rods up nice. But yeah, so look, I don't know what, reiterating, I don't know what the rod is that Will from Local Marks Fishing donated, brought it to my house last night, God bless his heart, for me to sell and raise some money towards the engine. I don't know what it is, but it's one of them yellow ones that he uses. So I'll be putting that on, I would imagine, Facebook Marketplace. I don't really know. I'll have a look what it says on the rod and then I'll put that in the advert. But yeah, so hopefully we've turned the corner now. But on the plus note, when we towed the boat back on the trailer, it towed really well. I've got all the bits. I can get you to make, if you hold on a sec. Ah, okay. Yeah, it I've stripped the engine down to bits basically, and I've put all the bits on eBay. I don't hold out much hope, because who really is going to need bits for a 1980 outboard? You know, most people would say, well, blimey, it's 1980, it's 3 million years old, we'll chuck it away and get another one. I couldn't afford to do that, so that's why I spent the money on it. Lesson learned. But I suppose it's like a car. You could buy one that's, I don't know, 3 years old, and it can still go wrong. Fishing big day, build raffle it off £10 a go. Well, that's a good idea. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do raffles and things. I'm not very good with technology. Reese showed me how to do this, and apparently I can go live on YouTube now, but I still don't know how to do it, so I'm on the triangle thing, whatever I'm on here. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that sounds a good idea if I knew how to do that. But I think you've got to have lots of. I think you've got to be on have a channel that's got loads of Tronics Pro. There you go. It's a yellow Tronics Pro. Yeah, fishing can't set up on StreamYard. I think Reese is doing a fish off in our Donegal Fishing Tales. But as I say, I'm not very good with. I think you've got to have like thousands of subscribers to get, say, like a raffle going. But yeah, thank you all very much for your outs. Hi Valerie, how are you? We're fishing tonight from 5 o'clock, I think, off the beach. Reese is going to be there, and a couple of the other guys. So obviously me and Sue will be there. So I'll go live tonight. Don't know if it'll be very good. But yeah, back onto the ragworm. So that just, I gave it a try. So if you get ragworm and you're not going to go, or your trick is cancelled or whatever, if you wrap it up singular, take it out of the dirt or whatever it's in, and fold it and wrap it singularly in newspaper like you would black lug. And this has lasted 5 days, and the worm is still orange, not gone green, but I put it in the fridge obviously. So I'm well pleased with that. Because you separate them, so if one do fall off the twig, it don't affect the others. So that's if that's any good to anyone, that's what I'm going to do from now on. If I get some bait and I've got it left over, I'm going to wrap it singly, and it's lasted. I know it's cold weather, but I mean I've got it in the fridge anyway, and it's lasted so far 5 days, and that's what we're going to be using tonight, which saved wasting £1 of rag. But yeah, so we're out fishing. I'd be happy with whiting. I probably shouldn't admit that, should I, live on YouTube, but I would. As long as it's not a dogfish, don't care. So, yeah, I hope you guys are all good. So, I'm sat here. It's the warmest day, I think, for a while, because I've got a garage door open and I'm not freezing me tits off, which yesterday I was froze solid out here, and I was like sorting the bits of engines out. The fish off will be multiple channels. Okay, Ben. Don't know what that means. Yeah, I'll have to ask Reese. I can't find. I'll have to ask Reese or ask you, Ben, about doing a raffle. I don't know how to do that. I wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, gill kicker tonight. It means multiple lava, so I can't. Oh, bless you. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've never been to gill kicker. I've watched Will launch from there before. So, I mean, obviously there must be fish there, or reason that wouldn't be going there. So, but even if we don't catch anything, it'll give us like a few hours on the beach, use the ragworm up. Safe sitting indoors, looking on YouTube, trying at the guys I watch fishing. Oh, thank you very much indeed. Thanks, Ben. Reese did show me how to go live straight on YouTube, and I wrote it down on a piece of paper, and I've lost the piece of paper, so I'll get it when he turns up tonight. If I'm on Prism, and is Prism better? Is YouTube straight onto YouTube better than going through Prism, which I'm on now? Does it make any difference? Because I ain't got a Scooby. Got all my lights charged up for tonight. And my head torch. Reese's brother's coming round tomorrow to pick up the engine of the outboard and the bit the lid clips onto and the leg, so he's going to go away and chuck that in the scrap. Chat, not cat. So that'll get that out of the way. So all I'm taking with me tonight is ragworm, because I made a load of baits up. Oh, I don't want a conger. I don't want a shit stick. Well, I'm using so small hooks, so I doubt I'll get one of them anyway. Bill, if you go to YouTube, make it subs only, mate. I don't know what that means. I might have to ask you, Ben, like, what the hell's, because I don't know. Don't forget I'm new to this, guys, and I'm 163 years old, and my brain's about 230 years old from getting hit on the head a lot. Hi, Paul. Sorry, I can't read. My eyeballs are shot to bits and all, so I'm trying to fiddle around. But yeah, so we're going in about half hour. We're gonna, all the cars loaded up. All we've got to do is do the flasks and take the bait, and we'll be heading to Gosport. Apparently stopping at McDonald's on the way, and then we'll be there for, I don't know, till about midnight, I suppose. I'm still surprised I've got my teeth, Valerie. Well, most of them anyway. I won't ever, I don't video, look at me, I'm that old, and I don't point the camera when I'm trying to cast, because that'd be embarrassing. So you won't ever see me casting. You'll just see the rod tips and stuff. I should think, seeing me cast and be like, Rosal Gummidge trying to throw an haystack. But hopefully the fish will come in close to the beach. If they don't, what I'll do is I'll let you see everything what the other guys catch. Reese likes catching conger eels, so he can have them. And he likes catching ray as well, so we can have them. But I made a load of baits up, like, for the boat, because obviously it ain't no good for me trying to fish off the beach with squid and lugworm wraps, because like I can't get out far enough where they are, basically. So unless something like a codlin gets completely lost and swims really close to the shore, I ain't going to catch one of them. And then he'd have to be Johnny No Mates. Fishing with Reese and, let me think who he said, Dan, I think, and another couple of guys. Oh, like, yeah. Sue's coming with us, Paul. She's coming with me, so yeah, you got more chance of seeing a fish, buddy. So we'll be sat in our little truck. We got a Ron Thompson windshield igloo thing, but the new chairs I bought, in my infinite wisdom, sort of because they'd be more comfortable, don't fit inside it. So Sue will probably be sat inside there and I'll be sat outside because the chairs are too big. And I've got to have something comfortable that's not too low to the floor, because we used to have seats like carp seats that you can adjust the legs and they're really close to the floor. Trouble is, once I got in them, I couldn't get 8 of them. I had to roll out the side on my knees and then try and stand up. So although they were comfortable and they both went in the tent, it wasn't a pretty sight, me trying to get up out the seat. Plus, every time I sat down, if I had a cup of tea in my hand, I wore it. But yeah, it'd be nice to get out. I ain't been out for a while now. So we'll be leaving in 20 minutes. So in 20 minutes we'll give me another 10 minutes and then I'll end this, and then I'll see you all again, hopefully, when I'm on the beach. Do one of them in a second I'll turn up jobs. I bought a cheap imitation GoPro and a memory card. Could I work it? It might as well have been Jodrell Banks' computer. I couldn't work it. I tried to take a video and it just was the crappiest picture in the world, so I thought I'd just stick to using my phone. So I'm not going to get really good shots with it, but we'll see. The weather's supposed to turn tomorrow and get really vile, so this is really our last chance, and I want to try and get there while it's still light, so at least I can have a look and see where I'm setting up. Because if I go over there blind in the dark, never fished there before, be a bit of a, could be even more of a disaster. Thanks, Paul. We will, but see, I expect the other guys will catch, and Sue will probably catch. I can just be the photographer, or the video man, or whatever you call it now. But even if we don't, you've got to be in it to win it, so we're going to have a crack. say, I'm not. I prefer boat fishing because it's just easier for me. You know, push a button, start. You walk down the gangplank, get on it, push a button and go, and then just drop the line over the side. I don't cast off the boat because, like I say, I'm absolute rubbish at casting. Blimey, Martin, that's UK. Yeah, no, it was cold here yesterday. Apparently it's gonna get really cold tomorrow. So the sun was out today. There don't seem to be a lot of I'm miles inland, so I don't really know, but hopefully there won't be a bitter wind in our faces. But we got the tent thing anyway, so, and we'll have warm clothes, so it should be alright. But we'll be on tonight in 3:43, 4:40. I would say about 5 o'clock by the time we get through the traffic at Gosport, stop and get a 2 degrees. Oh, blimey. I'd be a hermit for the whole of the winter, Valerie. Don't forget the stove. I have got one of them little stoves that you put like the aerosol can. Well, they're not aerosol cans, are they? But you know what I mean. Them aerosol size can things in. But I'm hoping it ain't going to get that cold. And the problem with that is if you're sat by that and then you get up and you go out and it is a bit windy and you get cold, you go hot, cold, hot, cold. I'd rather sort of sit there and acclimatise until it's too ruddy cold and my joints freeze up solid, and then we go home and put the heater on in the car. That's the theory. But that's nothing. A mild winter's day. It's funny because when I was in Canada, Valerie, I was knee deep in snow, and yet the sun was out. And apart from the wind chill, which I'm obviously coming from UK, I'd never experienced before, the wind goes through you and out the other side. That was, and they all called me a stupid limey because when I got back to the yard, I had no eyebrows, my nose hairs had froze themselves together, and my eyelashes broke off. But to me, the sun was out, and I thought it was a nice day. So that's how nutty I was at the ripe age of 24. But it was fun. And then you got 4 seasons. You get summer, winter, summer, spring, whatever it is, autumn, winter. Here you just get wet and cold, or wet and warm. Emphasis on the wet. What's a good dependable heater for a bivvy brand heat source? Brand heat source. Well, what I use is oh shit, nearly fell over. It's called a Marksman, and it takes like the aerosol cans. And it gives it all that. Northerly winds. Does that mean that's going to be straight in my face? In oil we have all 4 seasons but extreme temps high and low. Yeah, like Canada then really. Yeah, that's the heater I use, and if like we ever get out of the boat again, I've got like a cuddy, a canopy that comes up on the front, and you can sit that like in there, and it gives you a bit of heat. But to be honest, I mean, if it, no worries, Valerie. they're good little things. The canisters are cheap as chips. I think we go through, we do 8 hours, we go through about 3 canisters in 8 hours. It's just like a Caligas fire, but it do put some heat out, and where it's so small and compact, you can tuck it in there, and as you know, heat rises, so it gets caught in the top of the bivvy, and it does take the chill off. At least you can warm your hands up while you're like that, trying to put the ragworm on. You know what I mean? While it's doing its utmost to bite you. Yeah, you get them on Amazon, eBay, and if you buy the cans, you can buy like 24 at a time, and they work out to about, I don't know, 40 pence each. They're not dear. I've got a stove, like a little cooking stove that you can put a kettle on and all. Same thing, runs off them cans. Same make, Marksman. So that if I'm out on the boat in the summer, rather than taking flasks, you can boil the kettle up, have a cup of tea. Trouble over here is, when it's cold enough for the cod to come in, it's normally high winds, and the sea state is not nice. And where I launch on Northern Marina, I've got to go through past 3 marina channels, if you will, or 3 inlet channels. So you've got the water coming in that's going to fill in 3 inlets, or like large harbours. So consequently, when you get to the mouth of it, trying to get out, if you've got a northerly wind, northerly it'd be behind me. If you've got southwesterly wind, it gets, or westerly wind, it's really rough. Yeah, they're really good, Val. Yeah, they're really good. Got a little clicker thing that lights them. Look, a proper Caligas fire. Right, guys, it's 10 to 4, so we're leaving at 4. I'll be back on here about 5 when we're on the beach. So God bless you all, and hopefully you can pop on in an hour or so, and I'll see you then, guys. Thank you. God bless.